Autumn Jackson, who was born in 1974, so in 1997, she was trying to extort Bill Cosby about their illegitimate child, unless Cosby paid her $40 million. Jackson, and I guess back in 2014, this resurfaced again. So this was 1997. Was the Cosby Show still going in 97?
I'm sure it had reruns and everything.
It was in reruns, yeah.
Well, either way, the fact that this was not front page news.
Yeah, no, it was something that kind of came and went.
Yeah,
I feel
that's what I'm saying. That was very interesting, because if there was an active thing of trying to take someone down, he's a hell of a target to do that. So
yeah.
That's what I'm saying, and it bothered me in a certain way, because I go, is that just accepted of black people? Why is it not even an issue? And it made me think, like, okay, wow, there's been some things that's happened with black folks that it's like just goes right on by. I don't want to mention any names, because I did that at one time before, and they try to make it seem like I'm coming after them. My thing is, hey, I'm just looking at it. And I just think it's kind of interesting.
Well, Russell Simmons had a bunch of allegations this year, which was interesting because the allegations came literally a week after I interviewed him at his house. And I actually asked him about Harvey Weinstein and the Me Too allegations, and he touched on it, and he spoke positively about the women and everything else like that, and then boom, his own allegations came right afterwards. But now there's allegedly a documentary that's being done about his accusers, which is being executive produced by Oprah Winfrey. 50 Cent recently accused Oprah Winfrey of only going after black men accused of misconduct. Because if you remember, she also did the Leaving Neverland post interviews, which a lot of people were upset about, which was about Michael Jackson.
Right.
Now, this may be a touchy subject because you probably don't remember, but you and I first met when you were doing a TV show on Oprah's network, and you were doing a press run. It was, and I interviewed you and your female co-star. I forgot who it was.
Tasha Smith.
There we go, Tasha Smith. And this was done at Oprah Studios and everything else like that.
Yeah.
So you've done work for Oprah. You know her personally?
No, not. I mean, only through work.
Through work.
And I bodyguarded her a long time ago.
You bodyguarded Oprah Winfrey?
Yeah, a really long time ago.
Really?
Yeah, back in late 80s.
Were you already acting at this point?
No.
This is before you're acting?
I was martial arts. It's just martial arts related. They were...
Wow.
I learned something. I got pictures of that.
No, I believe you.
Yeah, back in the day. Yeah.
Anything crazy ever happened while you were bodyguarding Oprah?
No, she was just cool as hell, man. She was cool as hell. I felt like she felt like somebody I knew from.
Yeah.
She was really generous too. She stayed with her friend Gail, but there was a whole floor reserved for her at the hotel, and she was like, "Have at it." I went to the clubs and just recruited a whole floor full of after party people.
Shout out to Oprah.
Yep. Shout out to Me Too. Soon starring me. No, I'm kidding. No, I didn't do anything crazy.
Right. So, like I said, this is probably a touchy subject because you've done work for Oprah and you may do work for her again.
Yeah.
But, I ran into Russell. Me and Russell, we've done 2 interviews together. And I remember a couple months ago, I just ran into him randomly at the Getty Museum in Malibu. And he pulled me aside and he was like, yo, he was, because he knows that I report on it. He's like, yo, this is just upsetting that they're saying I've escaped to Fiji and I can't come back to this country, which isn't true. Here I am in LA and they're trying to accuse me of this and it's all bullshit. And, I never settled with anyone and whatever else. What do you think about this in terms of Oprah working on these documentaries primarily about black men? Harvey Weinstein doesn't have a documentary done by Oprah. They're friends, from what I understand.
Oh, Oprah and Harvey. Mm-hmm. Okay.
They've done a few movies together. Oh yeah.
Well, that possibly could be an answer right there. But I don't know enough about it. I mean, is it a coincidence or not? Yeah, because if you say who's being accused that she hasn't gone after, is she doing this on behalf of women, and which I look at it as a woman-man thing, not a black man thing. Mm-hmm. Seems to me that it's a woman thing. Yeah. Until there's other people that we can say, well, why didn't she go here? If you say Harvey Weinstein's a friend, well, who are some of the other white guys that she can go after? That I mean, it could be happenstance that these happen to be.
Yeah.
You know, some people might argue that how black is Michael Jackson, but you know what I mean? But, you know, and he's kind of supersedes race or whatever to some degree. But,
yeah, and Oprah's talked about how she was molested as a child.
Right.
So I think on a certain level, this hits close to home. Mm-hmm. And I think that maybe she feels by doing these types of documentaries, it's somehow dealing with some of her past trauma.
Yeah, I think Oprah can do anything she wants. So anything that pulls her passion. I don't think she had. I personally don't think she has an agenda at all, especially about the black men type of thing. Because if you want to look at what she may do for black men, and you start filing through how many things that she's done in praise of, it's not going to be a comparison. So
yeah, I mean she has her own network, which is focusing on black people.
Absolutely. So even though it might, I just know negative tends to lead. You know, people, it's a hot button. I wouldn't put the black men thing together. The coincidence is that these guys are accused of this impropriety. Mm-hmm. That's the connection. They might, few of them happen to be black. R. Kelly, come on. What if there was a?
Yeah, well, she wasn't involved in the R. Kelly project.
Oh no. Oh, okay. No. So you're talking about two people then?
Yeah, Michael Jackson and Russell Simmons.
That's
not enough of a.
That's not enough. Okay. Yeah, that's a black guy and a half.
Well,